Hey guys, welcome back to the Game Guide. I'm your host, Bayon. Bioshock Infinite, a game that has been plagued worse with delays than Splicers on Eve, finally came out in March of 2013. Fuck delays. Yeah, fuck delays. Fuck Splicers. Yeah, fuck Splicers. Fuck the police. What? Fuck the police. But unlike those damn bastards that dwell within the walls of Rapture, Bioshock Infinite wasn't doomed by all the elements inflicted upon it. You play as Booker DeWitt, and all that you know is you must retrieve a girl from Columbia, a city suspended in the sky, which embodies the ultimate point of American exceptionalism. And from there, the game gets easier to pick up on and harder to put down. Gameplay. If you're familiar with the Bioshock series at all, then you'll have no trouble getting into Infinite. The controls and gameplay are essentially the same, with a few minor changes here and there. You're introduced to Elizabeth, who becomes your AI-controlled companion, who provides you with health, ammo, and holy shit, she just ripped space and time apart! Is that Star Wars? Fortunately, Elizabeth looks after her own as you don't have to babysit her. New to Bioshock Infinite is the addition of the Skyline, a roller coaster-esque zipline rail system which, while disorienting, is extremely fun to ride on. Also, instead of plasmids, you have vigors. Whoa, vigors! I said vigors. And yes, while the game is scattered with racism, it's only a testament to the time, something that the Bioshock series executes well. The game is filled with a collection of new enemies that provide far more of a challenge than previous installments, the biggest challenges being the Motorized Patriots and Injustice's Lex Luthor. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not him. Well, the AI is ruthless and will stop at nothing short of your death. However, the only penalty for dying is the loss of money. What you kill before you die stays dead, which allows you to more easily conquer each checkpoint if you're absolutely awful at this game. Another thing to take advantage of is the previously mentioned Skyline. While on the Skyline, you can dismount on top of most enemies to insta-kill them and jump right back to the Skyline. This is the best and easiest way to take out enemies if you're caught in a bind. To add on to the enjoyment of this game, the storyline is amazingly complex and demands your full attention in order to grasp what's going on. There's even a nice little reference to Bioshock 1 and 2 somewhere along the storyline. Unlike 1 and 2, Infinite doesn't play to the physical creepiness factor very often, instead resorting to a spiritual and emotional eeriness, which ultimately is more damaging to the player. Yeah! Grafiaxa! So, the graphics of Bioshock Infinite are nothing to get your panties frazzled over. I'm kidding, they're f***ing terrific. The game transitions smoothly between crisp, luminous pastels and vivaciously haunting austerity. The scenery is so realistic that it brought a feeling of warmth and perfection while playing. A feeling all too unfamiliar for this series, which ultimately creeped me out. The lighting and shadow play really brings an emphasis to the realism of the environment and stylistically sets this game apart from any other. Even the backgrounds are fully detailed to help bring the isolationist feeling back around full circle. The characters are detailed themselves, but they aren't convincible humans. They're too much like cartoons in shape and detail, but I'd rather not have a Bioshock game where the people would pass as believable humans. Back to character design, each friend, enemy, and NPC is unique to their own character construct. What I really want to focus on are how terrifyingly awesome the new enemies are. You have the Handyman with his giant heart of gold, the Motorized Patriot and his distinct coggly ass, and the Boys of Silence, the antagonistic Comstock sex slave boys with always out of style tube socks. Placed in the environment of Columbia, everything works and is beautiful. The sound. It's one thing to have a cool soundtrack, but it's another thing to have a cool soundtrack that emulates the spirit of 1912. Not that I would know what that is, but the soundtrack has a way of giving you that old-timey feeling. On top of that, the sound effects play a huge part in this game. Every little sound the designers use is pivotal in moments that the game tries to scare you in. but the most terrifying thing would have to be the deathly screech of the songbird. You hear this and you begin to panic. Sound effects shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be conditioned to cower anytime I hear this. Overall, Bioshock Infinite was everything I could have hoped for. Being a huge Bioshock fan, I had expectations higher than possible, and these somehow were met. If you're expecting an add-on to the previous two Bioshocks, I hate to disappoint, but this is entirely its own game. I give it 9.3 pre-ironic exceptionalistic mustache curls out of 10, and contender for Game of the Year. Honestly, in the end, I am so glad that Irrational and 2K Games took their time on this, because what they created was a beautiful masterpiece. One that traverses space and time to create the biggest mindfuck to the series yet. In the comments below, I want you to tell me what your favorite enemy of the Bioshock series to date is. Not to date, up until this point. Should have worded it better. Also, please, if you could, give me a recommendation for a shitty game to play. If you've noticed, I haven't given a single game that I've reviewed yet less than a 5. I can't tell if I'm too nice or if I can't judge a game. And as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Until next time.